Hi, Jack. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Annabelle?
I am great. For everyone who doesn't know, this is Jack, and he is our account coordinator, and he does a lot of stuff for WIT. Do you want to tell me kind of a more in depth of what you do for us?
Oh yeah, so at WIT, they all love to call me the jack of all trades. So pretty much as an account coordinator, I help assist the account managers into their accounts and help projects keep flowing and requests coming in, making sure that they're, being obtained and walked through, completed.
Nice.
I also help with a lot of the client communication,
Mhm.
also help with a lot of clients' GBPs, making sure the reviews are responded to,
Nice.
um, just all the fun little ins and outs, and just making sure everyone's accounted for. So making
So
sure
you
everyone's
kind
happy.
of do a little bit of everything. Do you kind of want to become a full-time account manager down the road, or do you want to stay here? Like, what's the goal?
So the goal for me is to become a full-time account manager,
Okay.
and luckily my team has been helping me build up my my skills and to help me get into that role. And luckily for me, I already have some accounts I'm already managing, which has been super fantastic. So as time continues, I'll be getting more accounts on my hands. But for the meantime, I'm just here to help out the team, just to make sure all of our accounts are happy.
Heck yeah. So you recently graduated from college like me. Like, where'd you go? What'd you do? How'd you kind of get here and doing this?
That's a great question. So I graduated from the University of Vermont about a year ago,
Nice.
and I was pretty confused on like what I kind of wanted to do outside of college.
Yeah.
But luckily, I took a digital marketing class,
Okay.
and I was, oh, this is like actually pretty cool, pretty fascinating. And
Yeah.
then I luckily met Steven during COVID,
Oh,
and
nice.
I was able to reach out to him and be like, hey, because I knew that he had this digital marketing agency. I
Yeah.
was pretty curious about it, so I reached out to him and asked if he had any openings or any things like going on, internships, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, he got me in contact with Holly and Aaron, and luckily that interview went well. And then started out by just helping building websites, and now I'm here as an account coordinator doing more stuff for WIT. So it's been a
Nice.
fun journey.
So you moved back to Colorado because your family is here, right?
Correct.
I
Yeah.
see you sometimes in the office, and that's always super fun. Do you like working from home more? Do you like working in the office more? What's your vibe?
For me, it's definitely like give or take certain days. Like certain
Yeah.
days is nice to wake up and just be able to work at home and like get a little more like
Yeah.
logistical stuff done. And then if I wanted to have a little bit more like collaboration or have a little more questions on some things going on,
Yeah.
then it's always nice to pop into the office and hang
Hmm.
out with Andrew, you or Holly, and
Yeah.
get that nice
Yeah.
team camaraderie.
It's nice to see people every once in a while and go chit chat.
Oh, it's super fantastic. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Good
literally.
little solid break in the day.
Yeah. So, you're kind of learning the ins and outs of everything. Who's like your biggest mentor here? Would it be Austin or like is it spread out across the board?
I would say it is a very healthy spread.
Okay.
But in the beginning, like working my way up into this role, it's been a lot more heavy on Austin Wilson as he was our lead account manager. So
Right.
learning from the master is always the best way
It's a
from
good
him.
person to
And
learn
he's been
from.
exactly he's super good to learn from. He's got so much knowledge and stuff. So
Yeah.
he's been able to pass that down to me. And it's been super fun to learn from him and other team members that I've been growing at with. So just
Yeah.
honestly everyone. It's been
So do
good.
all of our clients like know you as someone to like chat with about something, or how do our clients like know how to talk to you since you're maybe other than your like accounts that you're now taking over, since you're not the like lead account manager, like where do you kind of fit in with the communication?
So where I fit in is like we see like tickets come in, and like for me, like all of our other account managers are like pretty heavy on meetings and stuff. So for me, I come in just to make sure they're responded to, they're
Okay.
heard. I also hop on some meetings and help take notes. So then the account managers can really have like that one-on-one time and not have to worry about that and get their
Okay.
full attention.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
I never
So
knew.
I am on most of the calls, hanging out
Yeah.
with them and chatting with them and getting to know them better.
Nice. And how's
So I can get
talking?
to know their business better, and I can help.
Yeah. How's talking to clients like virtually rather than like them coming into an office and sitting down at a big table? Like, how are the Zoom calls and kind of messaging back and forth through teamwork? How does that all go?
So, yeah, for me, I do like it. I think it's really efficient, and I feel like that's just how business is done nowadays. Just like
Yeah.
over the phone or on Zoom.
Yep.
Ever since COVID, it's kind of like made everything have to pivot.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're like so accustomed and like kind
Yeah.
of like this is like the new normal. Everyone's adjusted to it, so it's just like it's like nice. You don't have to like fly now on a plane to like go see a client or do that. You can just hop on a Zoom and you still get that like same like one-on-one person feel.
Mhm.
And then also just like a phone call or a text message or
Yeah.
email, really easy to quick and
Yeah.
communicate. Luckily, all of our clients are like really good with communicating, so
Yeah. That's good.
yeah, it's
Nice.
easy.
So one thing I wanted to talk with you about is your trip to Spain and kind of how you juggled remote work and PTO and kind of our like company culture stuff along with doing a digital nomadcy. No, what's the word? Nomad.
Yeah, it's like a, yeah, digital nomad. See, yeah,
There we
that,
go.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how, like, tell me all about that. I want to hear all about it.
yeah. So for me, I was in Colorado for a while, and like I'm a super like big winter head. So as winter was coming to an end, I was like, hey, I want to kind of get my summer on a little early.
Yeah.
Um, And then I was like, if I can do this job like logistically anywhere, then
Right.
I'm gonna do that. So I was like doing a lot of research and figuring out like time zone change and stuff like that, like when I'm gonna have to
Mm.
be available for clients. So it was kind of interesting to like have like my full day to myself, and then
Yeah.
around 3 p.m. to like night, that's when I started working.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, but it was also able to give me like the day to like go like travel and see and experience new things, and then at night I got to just like work and just hang out with my clients and stuff, which was super nice.
Nice.
So
How
overall, it was a really
How was
overall.
pitching the idea to like Stephen and Andrew, like, oh, can I leave for 3 months? I know it went well, so, but how did you kind of juggle bringing that up and how do they respond to it?
So luckily for anyone at Wit, Stephen and Andrew are really like they want you to chase your dreams and do what you want. So they don't really care as long as the clients are happy and you're getting your work done.
Totally.
So and I've like kind of proved to them that I can do that.
Right.
So just like honestly, it was actually a really easy conversation. Just about like, hey, I want to go do this, and they're like, hey, man, go do it, chase it, and
Yeah,
then yeah,
perfect.
make sure you get your work done. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Is there a
So,
different time zone over there? So how was like
yeah,
communicating with clients?
it was actually pretty easy because I'm like kind of a night owl, so I
Okay.
worked from 3 to 11.
Yeah.
Um, and like I don't know, it was actually really nice because I got to get all my energy out in the beginning of the day, and then
Yeah.
at night I could like, come home, relax, and then just
Okay.
focus on my work.
Nice.
It was a
And
good life balance.
were there other, I'm assuming, like people doing remote work there that you got to like hang out with and meet and like where did you stay? Like what's all that stuff?
Yes. So I stayed at a co-living, so it's like a big house where like all other people around the world working remote jobs can come and just
Okay.
kind of like escape and just hang out and work together. So a lot of like graphic designers, engineers,
Okay.
coders, and they're mainly from like Europe, so like France, Spain, Germany,
Mhm.
Netherlands, Italy. So just a lot of those people in Europe, and it was
Nice.
cool to like see like their like work culture compared to our work culture. They're
Yeah.
like a lot more, and then we're
Great.
more like work.
Yeah.
So interesting to see that.
That is interesting. Well,
Mhm.
so you had a good time. You're happy you did it?
Oh, I'm so happy I did. I mean, I'm so happy I did it. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, and
Yeah.
it was really what allowed me to do it, and just kind
Yeah.
of be able to see a little bit more of the world and see like kind of like other perspectives and the way people live life, and just
Yeah.
overall just a great experience.
Yeah. That's awesome that like our company like encourages that even like they
Oh
not
yeah.
only just allow it, but they like really encourage it. And that's one of my favorites about our company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lastly, let's talk about the WIT retreats. It's coming up and you're always there and you always bring the best vibes. And so do you want to talk a little bit about like what we do, what your favorite part is, any of it.
It's honestly my favorite part is that Andrew and Steven, like they know and care so much about like our personal growth and development.
Yeah,
And I haven't been a part of a company that like cares so much about that.
yeah,
So like what I'm most excited about, like every single time I feel like I really like get something good out of them, like personally, and I actually grow from them. And it's also so much fun to like, see the whole team together and kind of
yeah,
do like fun games and events together.
yeah.
Um,
That's so much fun.
so I just love like it's so much fun. So I just love the guest speakers they bring in. I love kind of all being
Yeah,
together as one as a
yeah.
company and
They always bring
hanging
in
out.
like inspirational or like self-motivating like speakers that like teach us, and it's not really like work focused for those who like don't know. But yeah, it's awesome.
It's always a fun time. Yeah, we have a good bunch of people, so
Yeah, we
super.
have so many new people coming this time. I'm excited.
I know. I feel like we always have a decent amount of like maybe like two new people, and then like
Yeah.
once they experience that, they're like, oh, like this is what it really is. And
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, last time was
more,
my first time and I was like, I wasn't for sure about all the stuff everyone was saying. And then I got to the retreat. I was like, oh, wait, we really aren't talking about work. This is nice. A
yeah,
lot
it's a
of
good little
stress
nice reset.
alleviated from me.
That's how it normally goes for the new people.
All right. Well, that's kind of all I wanted to chat with you about. Thanks for hopping on.
Hey, thanks for having me. I
Yeah.
always love chatting with you. So.
Yeah. See you, Jack.